Oh my god, hey! I totally didn't even notice you there. What the heck? Welcome to my channel. I need to pause Grimes. Okay. So I'm turning myself into... I forgot about the video shoot. I'm not going to lie to you. Stop texting me, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna be turning myself into a statue. A character that I designed called the Collector of Unsent Love Letters. Originally modeled at London Fashion Week by my friend George. He's got a very buff build and I am very different. And I know that the look is going to look very different on me. It would look so cool, so I'm going to try it out. And I'm going to do it. My friend Raf, he actually did the makeup for... He was a key makeup for the collection. And he used real makeup, but I'm using Snazaroo. You know what? I'm a designer, I'm not a makeup artist, but we make do, okay? Snazaroo, here we go. Oh god, I'm just gonna I'm hoping that it turns out at least similar to... Oh my god, my mirror keeps just falling. Do you know what? If it doesn't turn out good, it doesn't turn out good, you know? It don't really matter, babes. Also, I have work tomorrow morning. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's like 12 AM. You know? At least this will come off easy tonight, you know? It's just water-based face paint. I don't know what my friend Raf used on models, to be honest with you, but I hope my models were okay with the post-show removal. I'm honestly so exhausted right now, but I listened to Imogen Heap's Headlock and I was just sat on my sofa and I was like, let's do some creative thing. Let's do something with our life tonight. Oh god, am I getting pink eye? No, I'm just tired. These days you never know if you're getting pink eye or if you're actually just tired. So for this look, I'm not gonna paint my hair grey, unlike my models, because there's no point. I just wanna, this is a me version, you know? This is the Louie statue. I'm gonna have to keep looking at the mirror because okay, I'm gonna listen to some music because this is a bit boring, not gonna lie. I need some stimulator. Ew, that sounds awful. I need a stimulation. Ew, I need something. Looks cool regardless. Right, I don't know what this looks like on the back. I'm just gonna have to pray to the Lord. Guys, am I covering it? I think that's doing something, right? Right, contour time. This is my favorite part. Oh my god, this part is really, it's really defined. I need to blend that shit out, bro. Bro, why isn't it blending out? It's getting stronger. This one is perfect. This side is perfect, but the other side is like so sharp. That's good enough. Let me just give myself some further contouring. I look a mess. I don't think I'm I don't think I'm doing this right. I don't think I'm doing this right. Whatever. So I asked my makeup artist for the show to, because the models look way too perfect and I needed some sort of like speckles on them or some imperfections because that was my concept. So I'm gonna speckle myself with a bit of black. I'm just scared to do it because my wall is white. So I'm gonna have to move my camera. Okay, how the fuck am I gonna do this? How the fuck did they do it? I'm gonna do it from afar. Ah! Did not work. Didn't even work one bit. I think I need more pigment. Right, I'm gonna use my finger to... Oh, there we go. I really hope it's not going on my wall. That was a bit too much. Yes. I did it, y'all. Back to the white wall, y'all. I'm gonna do my eyeliner because that's Louie, you know? I already did the character on the model and this is me, right? I'm reinterpreting the character as me. And if I don't like it, I'm just gonna obviously cover it up. But let's get the Revolution Renaissance out, baby. Okay. I just need to do the waterline. Okay, period. Oh, I just smudged that. I think I'm gonna add some smudgies. Oh god, did I just fuck that up? I'm not sure if I like that. I've had this serious connection to grey. I was gonna say the color grey, but grey isn't really a color, is it? Oh god, that's so strong. Yeah, ever since I was little, I loved grey. Batman had grey. He had a grey suit before it became black. And I always loved the color grey. And I never really resonated with the color grey until, you know, I broke up with my ex. Until I felt heartbreak. The meaning of grey changed. And the whole collection is really about exploring the grey area of loss and grief and breaking up with someone that you thought you were going to grow old with. You don't know how to navigate that. There's no rule book, there's no guide, there's no structure to how to move on. Obviously there's videos on YouTube and there's friends and family who tell you these things, and yes, it's all true what they say, but at the end of the day, you still have to figure it out on your own. And like, the whole thing just feels so grey. I can't explain it in any other way. It just feels grey. And yeah, when I was spending time in Highgate Cemetery, everything was grey as well. And I was in Père Lachaise in Paris and Montmartre Cemetery, and everything was grey, and I felt grey on the inside. So this was a perfect time for me to really, really utilize grey in my collection, because I have used it before. I went to the I remember the first time I used grey properly was when I got invited to the Batman. It's this Batman themed restaurant called Park Row. And I was there for the opening. My friend Nikita invited me. It was the coolest fucking restaurant ever. Like, they had drinks with smoke and everything was like Batman themed, and it had like, the entrance was Batman themed. You were going into a black space and it was all smoky, and then you open a bookshelf and then you go down the spiral staircase. And the portraits are, I can't even explain how cool it is. I know it's very expensive, so I was very lucky to have been invited to the opening, and it was just so perfect because it was Batman themed, and I love Batman so much. Oh my god, I sound crazy, don't I? How many times have I said Batman in this video? But anyway, that if you haven't been to Park Row, seriously go check it out. I don't know if it's still open. Let me just see. Just search Park Row Soho restaurant, and it's very expensive. They have caviar and they have all these bougie ass food, but oh my god, it was such an experience. What a throwback. But anyway, I went on a tangent there. Yeah, I wore this grey shirt dress that I made out of grey curtains, and it was all spray painted in black as well. It was like smoky. It was a similar vibe to the collection, like the Grave Angel, for example. The denim was grey, and it had like smokiness to it. I used car paint for that. And yeah, I think that was another self-reference that I did. I was just looking at my archives basically, and I was like, I need to like, I was looking at where was Louie? What is his aesthetics? What are his roots? What are his blueprints? What are the fingerprints that I should incorporate to the new collection? So yeah, I did a lot of archive digging, and yeah, I just picked out the best things that I loved about my past work and, you know, elevated that into a new collection, as well as, you know, on top of the new concept, obviously. All right, I'm gonna smudge this out because it's way too perfect. The biggest things that helped me was listening to Ethel Cain. But yeah, one of the biggest things that helped me was going to my favorite places. Going to places that we used to love and doing something else in them, you know? Replacing the memory, because there is no going back, right? So you have to figure out a way to move forward and be able to pass through these areas and not think about them, or at least not get emotional thinking about being in these spaces. For example, we had a town, we lived in Notting Hill. That was so painful. Like the very first time that I went through it after the breakup, it was like the worst. For example, Paris, I went to France with him. I mean, obviously, I lived in Paris for like a year, but the last time I went to Paris, it was with him. So I decided to go and, you know, face my fear and go to Paris and just go to the places that we went and it was special, and kind of just be there alone and sit with it and just really digest and process it. And obviously I was crying and people were like staring at me, and like at the front of the Eiffel Tower I was like sobbing my eyes out, because the very first time I went on the Eiffel Tower was with my ex. Yeah, just do things like that, and then also invite your friends and do things with your friends. Like I didn't really invite my friends to the Eiffel Tower, but that was some things you just need to do alone. But yeah, like it's a horrible feeling as well, because you go to these places and then like your body does something, your brain does something, and if you need to do it, you need to go to these places and overcome it, you know? Go head first, dive in that shit. Like the sooner you do this, the better it is for you. The more things will be revealed. The more things will make sense. The more the reality sets in, actually, is what I'm trying to say. It's not that things make sense. Like, honestly, I don't know why it happened to me. I just chose a reason why it happened to me, you know? I chose a reason that I got through, you know, this pain was given to me by the universe. I'm actually much stronger now. I have boundaries now. You can choose your own reasons for this. Bottom line, if you're going through a heartbreak, cry. I know exactly how it feels in the body, in the mind, in the stomach. I know exactly how you feel. I hope you have a great support system. You're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this, baby. Together. And I think that really helped me majorly was witchcraft. And I do a lot of witchcraft. I do a lot of manifestation. I have my own altar in my apartment. And that's where I do my little spells, where witchcraft isn't what you think it is, guys. I don't really want to label it as a pagan ritual, because okay, I'm a Filipino boy. And I grew up in Wales, but I guess there are some like Celtic roots in me if you want to get logistic about it. But yeah, to me, like, it's a very spiritual, introspective thing to do witchcraft, and it's very nature-based. I worship nature, the sun, the moon. It's very cyclical. So I guess there are some pagan, you know, bits and bobs within my practice. But yeah, definitely not a Satanist, guys. So please stop calling me a Satanist. I'm really fucking bored of it. There's a difference between Satanism and paganism, okay? And just Google it. This ChatGPT is a thing. They're completely separate. Stop blurring the lines between the two. I know people who are pagans and they also do this, and I'm like, babes, like, you're not helping. Let me just ChatGPT this so you guys can understand the difference. Yeah, so people call me a fucking Satanist because I look like this, but no. Okay, this is just, I don't even have to explain myself, actually. The allegations are a bit mean. Just because I like eyeliner doesn't mean I'm a Satanist. Just because I like monsters and horror films and camp theatrical horror doesn't mean I'm a Satanist. What? Girly Pop, have you ever read a book? Girly Pop, read a book. You know, Girly Pop, just pick up a book. So okay, ChatGPT says Satanism is a broad set of ideological, philosophical, and spiritual beliefs based in part on the figure of Satan or similar concepts. There are different forms of Satanism and they don't all share the same beliefs. Oh my god, it's got a whole essay on Satanism. I ain't doing this. Girl, make a child understand. Okay, he simplified it. Satanism is a belief where some people choose to focus on being very independent. Oh god, this is really dumbed down. Thinking for themselves. They might use a symbol of Satan to show they don't want to follow the rules of old religions. Some people who follow Satanism don't believe in real Satan at all. They just like the idea of being free to make their own choices and think for themselves. People who follow paganism often believe in many gods and goddesses like the sun, the moon, trees, and animals. They love the earth and celebrate things like changing seasons and holidays based on nature. Paganism is about being kind to the world around us and connecting with the earth. So yeah, there's a very clear difference there, you know? So Satanism is about like being extremely vain, and I don't know, sometimes I think Satanism's like, Satan is just like, I feel bad for him because he's a fallen angel. Like, he's an angel when he fell out of the sky. What the heck am I talking about? But anyway, yeah, he just chose to follow his own path and somehow that was ungodly. And like, that's so mean. Like, why would you... Okay, whatever. Like, good for him, like, for choosing himself, you know? Anyway, I'm not a Satanist. If anything, I'm a pagan. Wait, do people have to be born pagan? Because I don't really identify as a pagan. Are people born pagan? Or can you become a pagan? Yeah, you're not born a pagan. Anyone can choose to become a pagan. Paganism is a belief system. Regardless of that, I am neither. And if you want to put me in a category or no whatever, do it. But I'm just an emo, okay? And I like to listen to Biz the Veil. And I like to listen to My Chemical Romance on repeat. I like Tim Burton, okay? Ugh. Why am I so different? I'm kidding. Honestly, TikTok is brutal. I deleted TikTok for like, I think a year. Something like that. Maybe even longer. And I opened it and I was like, girl, this is so mean. And I know I shouldn't read the comments, but I find the comments quite funny as well. Some people call me a baby eater. It's like, I took a picture with Michelle Lamy, which is Rick Owens' partner. And people have this theory that Michelle is like some weird... I don't know, maybe she is, who fucking cares? I met them at the Dover Street Market party and they were so lovely. Like, I don't know why people are so rude and so mean, but I guess that just comes with the territory of being alternative, right? And I have experienced that for ever since this. These people were like, baby eater. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? What about this says baby eater? Like, that's so mean. Log off. That's illegal. Whatever. I'm not really reading the TikTok comments anymore. And also, Facebook is brutal. These guys believed I was a vampire. And I was like, okay, slay. I guess I'm a... yeah. But I was like, thank you. Oh my god, I'm a vampire. Yeah, do not read the comments. If you're a goth, do not read the comments, okay? I feel like I've gone on a tangent. And I'm choosing to wear the Grave Angel jeans. I tried it on my friend. I tried this combination with the Love Letter long coat. And it was such a great combo. So that's what we're doing. Oh my god. Obviously, I'm gonna paint my knees. I'm not getting pink eye from my contacts. It's more than just a collection to me, you know. I'm gonna stop speaking about this because this is so sad.